Buenos dias from Colombia. I made my way to South America. Who would have thought that? Not me. I was planning to go to India, but it felt right to go to South America because I wanted to go there for such a long time. And I'm so happy that I'm here. It's only a few days and I have been to 2 cities so far. So the first city was Bogota. So far so good. I was in an area you call it Calendaria. Kind of safe, it's super colorful, and just paintings on the walls and so vibrant, and the people are all having a good vibe. So I felt pretty safe there, although a lot of people told me before I have to be so careful in Colombia, and I think you still have to, but they made it seem like I should not go because it's too dangerous, and I always feel I get this advice from people who are a little anxious anyway, or who don't travel as much or travel a little different than me, or also having a different perspective. I was happy when I arrived that I felt so safe and that it was exactly how I imagined it before everybody told me to be super careful. So I loved it. Then I went to Cali to learn salsa dancing. I did it a little bit, had a few classes, super fun. I'm not really good, but I just like to dance in general, have a little bit of rhythm in my blood. So if I have somebody who is pretty good and can guide me through dance, I think that's my way to go. So I stayed there 2 nights. Was also kind of nice, but I just love nature and I don't like to stay in cities too long because in the end, I know not everybody's opinion, but I think in the end they are all kind of the same. Of course you have different culture, you have different architectures, you have different history, but then yeah, you look at buildings, you go to cafes, you do a tour, you are eating out. Everything is kind of loud and busy and you try to see as much as possible in a few days. Not for me. So I'm happy to be on a farm again. My typical way of traveling. And I do it always with workaway if I didn't mention it before. So I always have a look which kind of workaways I'm interested in and where they are, and then I kind of plan my route from there on and see how do I want to travel through a country. So, and now I'm near Saint Augustine. It's a small village and I'm in the mountains, like really in the mountains. It was like a 3, 4, 5 hour drive to here with a road that's not made. It's just like roughly some stones here and there. But I think that's the experience I want to have, this authentic experience how local people live outside of the city. So I got exactly what I wanted. And I'm here since a few days and we have I think 8 people volunteering here. And it's a dad who has 2 kids coming on the weekends and 2 people who stay long term here. So we are kind of a big group and it's super nice and learn a lot about how to build with bamboo because there's a lot of bamboo here and I never worked with bamboo before, but I like it. And it's always nice to see again that you don't have to complicate things too much because they work with simple methods and simple tools and still make really nice constructions out of it. So that's always nice to not overthink anything and don't think, oh my god, I'm not a carpenter, I'm not a construction woman or man. You can still do it if you're just being creative and are not afraid to also mess up at some point and then you do it again or whatever. So yeah, it always helps me to gain more confidence in my building skills as I also want to build up or renovate a ruin, a house, whatever it is in the end. Hopefully not too far in the future. So yeah, it helps me a lot.
Hola.
Hola. You got them?
Yeah, basically Steve got them, but I tried.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. The real deal is happening now. Chimney is going
Up.
up, not down.
We hope.
Let's see.
But these two
construction
strong girls can
girls.
do it.
You have it? Yeah. Okay. I just go, then you're the one that's being in front, okay? Yep. Okay. I got in the street.
Suéltelo. No. Déjalo ir.
We can go on the roof and then we have to go straight down.
Para ponerlo en el techo y bajamos.
Desde arriba.
No?
¿Cómo?
These two construction ladies have an idea.
¿Qué es lacito?
Lazo de cuerda.
Oh, yeah.
Soga.
Last the quarter.
Liana.
Yeah, no, Tarzan.
Bejuco.
Coca.
Okay.
Oh, I'm done. Okay.
¿Más?
Va hacia acá, hacia adelante.
Oh, okay, guys.
Suave. Alto. Bien. Ahora, un poco más.
¿Ya?
Va.
If he speaks English, stop. He's like, no, really, stop.
Traigo la escalera.
¿Tienes una escalera larga?
Sí.
Ah, claro. Esa era la que necesitaba.
That's the funniest laugh.
Sí, está.
So we have a little problem here, but it's okay. We will manage to get that big chimney into the little hole,
Or no?
or not. But
Maybe-
we have creative ideas, but these men have more like,
Girls.
the men just stick with the plan. But we think we would have already had the chimney up,
We could have
just in two
done it.
pieces, but at least up.
We could have done it in 5 minutes.
Self-confidence at its best. Never put a chimney into the roof, but never build a stove or an oven.
Girl logic.
Girl logic. Girl's math. It would fit. Kind of. I would just make a bigger roof, bigger hole in the roof actually. Why not? Let's see how that goes.
Yep.
Espera. Ahí.
Yes!
Entonces, bueno,
Nice.
abre esto.
Wait. Everybody in?
Don't slide out.
Just a lesson for the vlog. Never put your hand near a dog's face in Colombia, or else they might bark at you and try to bite you. I'm a survivor.
Can I try just a little thing of the
Arriba, abajo, al centro, para adentro.
I'm just full of little bites from insects. It's not mosquito bites. Oh my god. It's just a little black animal that's biting, and then you get some blood out. It's itching, but I don't scratch. I just pretend that it's not there. But I was also stupid wearing, it's not that, wearing short clothes and not having any protection on.
Oh.
Like slowly.
Sorry, little guys. They're just babies. Help! I'm feeling a little bad that I killed them.
Into chickens.
I think we can eat for a week.
Oh my god.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Hello, my friend.
And then the next one is 1 million, there's 2 of them. And the next 600,000. So there is no freedom and less of this conservation for everyone. And like a week ago he said I had blue passport and I passport.
We going?
We're going to a waterfall
We'll show you
in
when
a
we get
minute.
there.
Oh, in a second for you.
In a minute.
That
In a
sounds
second.
cool. Here
What
they
if we
are.
just run and try and tackle them.
She's going hard. Yeah, that's true. To not only show you the nice and positive things about traveling, there are also these moments where you're so exhausted of traveling and so exhausted of meeting new people and opening up and adapting to a new environment. And I have that regularly because I just enjoy my me time a lot, and I have so many things I want to do for my private life as well, that I sometimes just want to zoom out and do my own stuff and not talk to anybody, or even just lay somewhere in nature without hearing anything, or cooking alone without having to talk and just focus on that one thing. And it's something super normal. I think we just should follow then this feeling of this space we need right now. So that's what I did. It always helps to recharge my batteries and brings me also closer to myself, because I know I'm listening to myself, and it's not a bad thing to just sometimes tell the others, hey, I'm out, I want to do stuff alone, I don't come with you, I don't want to see that waterfall, or I don't come to this event. It makes you more conscious about yourself and helps you to step up for your needs. But still, I have the camera out and talking to it now, but I just wanted to capture that moment. I feel like a lot of people assume sometimes that when you travel, you're the social butterfly and you're always with new people and doing these big adventures and never standing still. At least that's what I sometimes hear from family and friends. It's actually a really important thing for me to travel for a long time, otherwise I would not be able to do it. I just had a little shower after work, and now I'm sitting here drying a little bit in the sun, having my me time, sorting my thoughts. And I realized that there's one thought always coming up when I going to have a shower outdoors, or when I go to a waterfall and swim there, or in the river. The thought, why do we put clothes on when we clean ourselves and have a bath and being in nature? It's more and more like so unnatural for me, and it doesn't matter if I'm alone or if I'm with a group of people. It's just like so sad to see that most people are a little bit ashamed or also afraid of showing themselves in their most natural form. And it's the same with a lot of things. I wonder when it happened that we got so detached from our body and have the feeling that we need something else to be complete, to do things or to be ourselves. For me, there are two basic things I think that need to be fulfilled in order to feel free and not ashamed or afraid to go naked into water with or without other people. I think it's first the acceptance of your own body, and this is a constant thing in my eyes because our body is constantly changing, our expectations on our body are constantly changing, also because the beauty standards are constantly changing. So I think it's a good thing to check from time to time if you're still confident in your body. Doesn't matter how it looks at all. And the second thing is that you find the right group of people you can be your most natural self with, and who don't sexualize your body but just see you as a person in the most natural form.
Yeah, rock.
Oh yeah, he has prostate cancer.
Yeah.
Wait.
Thanks for the nice time.
Feel this way. It's Juan.
Oh, he's working. You will have exciting chapters ahead, so I'm super happy that you will have
to the station and stuff, so.
Te quiero acariciar la frente. Eres la terraza dolorida, pero eres grande dulce María. Oh, you're so
Beautiful, beautiful mantra.
That's really nice.
Thank you. Thank you.